But you know how much we do wrong around here.
We do everything wrong.
Podcast. Two guys talking without wearing pants. Pantless. Podcast. You can take our ideas.
Welcome back to the Pantless Podcast. Here's your hosts, Austin and Travis. Take it away, guys. What's going on? That's weird. Stop that.
What happened? What did we break already?
No.
Gosh, I love how professional we are. So good. So
No,
good.
we are professional. Whoop. No, don't do... Stop it. I'm trying something
All right.
new. I'm trying new
Yeah.
stuff. Hopefully that look...
You deserve it.
Hey.
Wait. Have you checked the audio levels? Are we good?
Oh, no, we're good.
Are you muted right now?
No, we're good. No, I checked
Do you,
that right
remember?
before
Do you
I
remember
did
that one? We have one episode way back somewhere in the archives
where you
it
can't
was
hear
like
me.
It or me. It was one of us. One of us were muted
No,
the
we had-
entire episode.
We've had both happen. In two
It was
different
completely
I like-
one-sided conversation. It was fantastic.
I think like 2 or 3 episodes ago, in like the last 15 minutes of that episode, I had muted myself in OBS, so you could hear me, but nobody could hear me for like the last 15 minutes of that episode.
If somebody actually makes it to the last 15 minutes of that episode, I'm impressed.
That's why I didn't cut it out.
I would love to get that hate mail. Have you checked? Did we get hate mail from that episode?
No, I don't. I haven't checked our email.
We've never gotten hate mail.
We did get a comment on a video a couple weeks ago.
That wasn't real.
So how you
No
been
hate
doing?
mail.
Sir? What have you been eating?
Man, I ate some pizza rolls.
Love- tried
Those are
through
fantastic. Yeah,
The golden oldies.
classic. Other than that, I don't know. Not much. What have you had?
I tell you, I bought this. I had to stop at Homeland Wednesday because the oldest daughter had a field trip and she wanted sushi for her field trip, and Homeland makes really good sushi.
Hashtag things you've never heard before.
If you know, you know. Sucks to suck.
Oh, I know, and now I know what I'm going to be eating on my way home tomorrow. Monday.
The one I got her was a shrimp tempura roll. I think they call it a dragon roll, but it didn't look like a normal dragon roll, but because it had shrimp tempura with something else in it. But they actually take the flaming hot Cheetos and they crumble them up and sprinkle flaming hot Cheetos over the top of it. I'm not a fan because I don't like flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how that would work. I'm a fan of rolls, but I'm not a big fan of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, so I don't know how I feel about that one.
But I told you that to tell you what I got for me that I didn't even know they had. It was just called a seafood poke bowl.
Okay.
It was white rice.
Mm-hmm.
It had spicy crab salad, diced up cooked shrimp,
Spicy crabby salad?
crab salad. Like the kind of...
It's a poke ball. Are you sure it's not a crabby?
It might have been, but it was... Then they had lettuce, onion, avocado, but it was like almost like a salad, but it had like rice in the bottom of it. It was huge. I ate that.
It was like a deconstructed sushi, almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
Delicious.
With diced up Pikachu.
Yes. It had horsey and crabby in it.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's a classic.
Because horsey's the closest
dish.
thing that I could think of to a shrimp. Oh,
That's fair.
glad you didn't
They don't
ask.
have a shrimp Pokemon yet, do they?
No, I'm glad you didn't ask. But oh, this is my Hideaway pizza cup. Glad you didn't ask what I was drinking tonight. This
I
is
didn't, are you drinking something?
it's
Is that Herbie the Love Bug?
yeah, it's a Hideaway pizza cup.
I want to see. It kind of looks like Herbie.
It is. Herbie's right there.
It kind of looks like it.
It is.
Is that really what it is?
I don't know. There's.
It's got,
I don't know. Have you ever ate at Hideaway Pizza?
yeah.
They're not very good at what their name says they are because they're very easy to find.
But man, they've got some good stuffed mushrooms. Holy cow!
All their food.
Have you ever had their stuffed mushrooms?
I'm not a fan of stuffed mushrooms. I wouldn't eat them.
I'm not either. I don't like mushrooms, but my wife loves mushrooms.
Yeah.
Ordered those, and I popped one. I'm like, I hate mushrooms, but this is fantastic. How? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
Everything I've ever had there, but I'm gonna say I make that's got some Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey
Ooh,
and some
it sounded French.
it's called Tullamore. I don't know.
Tullamore. I'm pretty sure I heard Jackie Chan say that to a French guy when he was
Probably.
speaking French to him.
But he was probably asking for Irish whiskey. But it's basically like a weird Arnold Palmer. It's sweet tea and lemonade with Irish whiskey in it.
Okay.
Delicious.
So it's an Irish Arnold. It's an Arnold O. Palmer.
Because what an Arnold Palmer has rum in it, right?
I don't know the liquor. I don't know, but I know it's lemonade, like a half lemonade, half tea.
I
is
buy,
like a version, and then you just add liquor to make it a liquored up Arnold Palmer.
I buy that Milo's sweet tea lemonade already mixed in a jug from Walmart. It's good stuff.
Pre-made Arnold Palmers. Just add your own liquor.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. What else did I have? That's really about. We had some egg in a hole for dinner tonight.
I don't know what egg in a hole is. Explain. I like eggs and I like holes, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this.
Say that. The wife just takes a slice of bread and punches the hole out of the center of it.
Okay.
Like makes, and then toss it on a flat skillet. Crack an egg inside the bread, and fry the egg up in the bread. It's like a cheaty way to make an over easy egg. Cause like the runny the egg like soaks into the bread and like bonds to the bread as it's cooking. My struggle in making an over easy egg is flipping it.
Right.
You just scoop under the bread, flip the bread when it's ready to flip, and you just make an over easy egg inside of the hole of the bread. Called egg in a hole.
Interesting. I bet you could make some really fancy grilled cheeses like that.
They're freaking awesome. Because then when you're eating the egg and the yolk busts, you just have bread already on your plate to soak that up. It's so good. Sprinkle some shredded cheese over the top of it. I think we're gonna eat Spam and fried potatoes for dinner tomorrow night.
I do love me some Spam and fried potatoes.
Yeah,
that's a good American dish.
I think I'm gonna grill some Spam and grill some and fry some taters. It was gonna be Spam and rice, but I've got taters in there, and we're gonna do some potatoes. Do some fried potatoes. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
Sounds fantastic. Everyone should.
Yeah. Hey. Transitioning over to video games.
Yeah. Gaming with Gert.
Yeah, without the Gert.
You remember that one?
The Gert.
We did that. We had one episode with him, and we're like, "This is going to be the best thing that we've ever done," and then he never comes back ever.
He's lame.
He's so lame.
From what I understand, starting today, 7-star raids for Greninja.
Yep.
I haven't jumped on to partake in any of it. I watched Austin John Plays.
I've heard Slowbro's the way to go.
Can be. Austin John Plays defeated. He had a Slowbro build, and he soloed a Greninja. Greninja's not Battle Bond.
Oh, nice. What is it?
He said it's protein, which means it does nothing in the battle.
Doesn't protein just means it gets stabbed with every move or something like that?
It's been updated, and for whatever it does do, the Terra when it's terastallized, terastallization overrides protein. So protein is actually useless when terastallized.
Oh, well, that's a dumb thing to do, but it's helpful for us.
Because whatever that dumb bunny that we fought last time.
Yeah.
Its ability was similar to protein, and because but it was still stupid to fight. I guess.
Yeah.
Greninja's gonna have double team that it can use 3 times, like in a row. Like it's got like additional moves it can do. So it's just gonna raise its evasion up 3 times, where you can't hit it.
That's gonna be frustrating.
Like, dang it. I guess entering with a Gastrodon with water, with the water absorb, is a good support role you can do. Because I guess Greninja runs Hydro Pump. So if you bring in Gastrodon, you can literally, every time you use the Hydro Pump on any opponent, on any of your teammates, it'll direct it directly to your Gastrodon instead of hitting them.
Okay.
And you take no damage from it. So you almost nullify one move that he'll use. So you could almost bring
what is his moveset other than double team and Hydro Pump? What else has he got?
What I saw was Hydro Pump. There was a dark type move, Toxic Spikes. What was the dark move? There was a dark physical attack.
Oh gosh, Toxic Spikes would suck.
He throws Toxic Spikes out right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning. So if he knocks you out as soon as you like respawn, you're like automatically poisoned. That's fantastic.
So Mark's level 1 strategy wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
did we ever get confirmation that would work anyway? Has that ever been proven?
But honestly, a level 1 that hasn't, if you have something that's level 1 that has Intimidate, would be actually pretty good, because as soon as it gets knocked out, when it comes right back, it's gonna, every time it comes back, it's gonna lower his physical attack.
Yeah, but Hydro Pump, depending on what its moveset is, Hydro Pump's not a physical attack move. So if all of his other moves are special attack, then who cares about Intimidate?
The video I watched said that once you start, if you lower his physical attack, he'll start using Hydro Pump. But if you have a Gastrodon with Water Absorb,
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
And you start forcing him into using special attacks, you can then nullify 2 moves. It could work. That's if you're not just absolutely punished for that level 1 getting knocked out every other move. I'm willing to try it. I'm going to build it to Gastrodon this weekend if I have time.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try the Slowbro. I just have to find the right one.
Bring in, get
I want a Psychic type.
Well, make sure you have stored power and Iron Defense. Because your Iron Defense can raise your defense, so that his what dark move did they say he had? I can't remember. It's a stab type dark move. It's a physical attack dark move. And if you Iron Defense up enough, his dark type move won't one shot you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because if you're a Slowbro and he's got a dark type move, you're in trouble.
But if you can boost your physical defense, and you have someone lowering his attack, so you're up, he's down, when he hits you with it, it's going to do nothing. Then you can use stored power
to one-shot him.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't able to be one-shotted with stored power.
Oh.
When I was watching, he had to hit him like 2 or 3 times with it. But, I want to say the other raids are Bronzor and Lucario. Are the 4 and 5 the 4 and 5 star raids that are kind of coincide with the Greninja. And I didn't look at the dates. I didn't research how long this is going to go.
Lucario might be a decent one.
You can get a good...
If you get a good Lucario... Wow. Man.
Yeah, because I think that's how Nintendo, Game Freak intends us to work, is the 2 that are in the raids, the 2 that are supposed to also be good against the 7 star. But who really... Because, who used Gengar or Gyarados against Stupid Bunny?
Nobody.
That I
and
saw.
Gyarados was harder than Stupid Bunny, in my experience.
Yeah,
I had more success against Stupid Bunny than Gyarados.
Stupid Bunny, that's his name now, official. So... Official.
Yeah.
Hey, you got any breaking news?
I do. I don't know if you've heard or not.
I'm not sure. Until you tell me, I don't think I've heard.
But Kim Kardashian's kids, North and Saint, are going to be joining her in the Paw Patrol sequel.
Nice.
Like, whoa! In Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie,
I literally thought you were going to talk about something I cared about.
You don't care about Kim Kardashian or her kids or Paw Patrol?
None of the above, sir.
Wow. Then, let's just end this.
Hey, you want to talk about... Hey,
Northwest and Saint West are going to be in Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie, debuting October 13th, exclusive to theaters. So, breaking news.
Did you hear the not the latest cancellation, but one of the cancellations that happened this week?
Ooh, no, I don't. Maybe not.
So did you hear that? I had to pull this up to make sure I got the name right, because heaven forbid, I get the name wrong.
Yeah, don't do that. If you get the name wrong, you could be canceled.
The song that was written in there was a song wrote in 1968 that got canceled this week.
Whoa!
And there's a certain group of people that are calling to have this song removed from radios and all streaming services.
Let's add it to our Spotify playlist. What is it?
Aretha Franklin's "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman."
That's a good song.
The trans community is claiming that it's dangerous, that it's not inclusive to trans women.
Wow.
I'm like, well, you need calm down.
Well,
I also heard today.
It's added to our Spotify playlist.
I also heard today. You can't add this to the Spotify playlist because it's not a song.
I'll do it anyway.
Another group of people, actually, from what I heard, was a troll account tweeted out late this week that you can't use the word obese. It's as bad as using the really bad word.
Fat?
No, the one we can't say.
Super fat?
No, the one...
What's it start with?
Well, if I say what it starts with, then you guaranteed know what it is. The N-word.
Oh, my gosh. I can't... So the O word is on par with the N-word?
That's what they're saying. That's the word on the streets.
Oh, my gosh. Well, the N-word's on the streets, too, but we still can't say it.
Yeah. But that O word They're saying that it's outdated and we need a new term.
Okay.
But yet that's the medical term for what it is. And there's not a better word for it.
You're leading us down a dark, dark path, sir. Let's get off this subject before we really get canceled. Maybe even fired from our jobs.
Secret time. Not going to stop using the word.
Who uses that word anyway?
I mean,
that's not a word that only doctors use that word. That's like penis, you know. It's like
whoa,
only
we just lost our clean rating.
I'm just saying, only doctors use that word. It's
no, the one you said, it's used quite often
by doctors.
That's true.
So,
I know every doctor I've ever seen was like, "Hey, how's your?"
Yeah,
I'm not even here to see you. You're here to see my.
They're doctors. They care. They took a Hippocratic oath.
So, don't cancel songs from the '60s. That's all I gotta say.
They could try. They could try.
Go for it. I'm still gonna listen to it.
I
It's Austin.
mean, it's a classic, but
you know how inclusive this song is. You, sir, make me feel like a natural woman.
Wow, that's so inclusive.
So
wow,
hey, that one man can make another man feel like a natural woman.
Yeah, I thought about. I've been listening
to one, but I feel like one.
I've been listening. Speaking of natural women and feeling like men, I was listening to some Arch Enemy, and I was like, man, it's so good, so good,
so good,
it's so good.
God, I need to jump. I haven't listened to them in a while.
Yeah, it's so good. That one, I think that's like House of Mirrors and
good song.
The one that she did with that other guitarist. That one came on too, and I was like, yeah. The Wolf You Feed. Yeah, the Wolves You Feed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Or the Wolf You Feed. Yeah, it's so good, man. Yeah, that's a good one. Both songs I looked. We've already added to our Spotify playlist, so check it out.
I spent most of the week listening to some Theocracy. Is mostly what I was listening to all week.
I think we've got some Theocracy on our Spotify playlist too. I think we've brought them up.
Yeah, no, I brought them up before. I love all their stuff. Really good songs. What else was I listening to?
You know what I was listening to? I've been listening to some Bring Me the Horizon. They're a little newer. You might not have heard them because they're
I've heard of them. I think you've mentioned them on here before.
Maybe. We don't have any Theocracy on our playlist, sir. We need Theocracy on our playlist. What do you want to add?
I Am. Their best song.
All right.
Or 30 Pieces of Silver.
Added. You know what? Because I'm feeling crazy, both added.
Yeah. I Am's like an 8.5, almost 9-minute song. It's long. Takes you on a journey.
Oof. We're going to listen to it.
So.
I'm going to add 2 songs from Bring Me the Horizon that people need to listen to. They're the most famous songs. Well, maybe not according to Spotify, but according to me.
Yeah.
Can You Feel My Heart and Drown.
You might have to message
songs.
me them later.
Okay.
Or whenever you think about it, so I'll remember. I was also listening to some Coheed and Cambria as well.
Oh, yeah, that's some good stuff too. I think we've got them too. Let's check. If we don't, they're added. Oh, yeah, we do have some.
Yeah. I don't venture...
And maybe we'll add some more.
I don't explore and venture out in my music very often. I generally stick with the same about 3 to 4 bands and just only listen to that.
I just added 10 Speed because I love that song.
Good song. That's off their Good Apollo. Burning, number 4.
Yeah, 4. Yep.
There wasn't...
Whoa, 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 oh. I miss that. Man, I just feel like a kid.
I own that album somewhere physically, but I couldn't find it, so I had to buy it digitally.
What does physical mean?
CD.
Physical album?
Like, I own the CD. I have it somewhere. I just can't find
Wow. How old are you, sir?
A
CD.
I have a whole stack.
Isn't CDs what our parents used to listen to?
No, our parents listened to 8-tracks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Cassettes. I have like a whole stack of CDs sitting right here. Look at it. For our younger audience. Oh, I don't want to show that one.
Oh gosh.
What is this one? No. Oh, there's the VeggieTales volume.
Breaking news: SnowRunner is now on my computer. So
nice. We haven't. You can't see that anyway.
VeggieTales, that's fantastic. We need to add some VeggieTales to our Spotify playlist.
That's the VeggieTales Volume 2. David Crowder Band, 1,000 Foot Crutch.
Ooh.
10th Avenue North. Yeah, that's like all of my Christian band group discs. So
I'm adding the Water Buffalo song just because it's a classic.
Such a good song.
Yeah, everybody's got a Water Buffalo.
Everyone. I grew up thinking.
Hold on. You can't say that. Not everybody has a Water Buffalo. Well,
wasn't it a shock for this young kid when he found out when he was 20 years old that not everybody had a Water Buffalo?
Oh, gosh.
Singing into his hairbrush, you know?
Oh my gosh, Larry and his hairbrush. You gotta love it.
And his teeth.
Do you remember that Say Boo song? Say boo! Achoo-ma-boo, ahoo-ma-boo, achoo-ma-boo, ahoo-ma-boo, achoo-ma-boo, ahoo-ma-boo, say boo.
That one sounds familiar, yeah.
Anyway, we are so off track. What are we talking about
way
right
off
now?
track. I'm loving this. I'm loving this.
What are we talking about right now? So yeah, great stuff. If you guys are out there, listen to some Coheed, Arch Enemy, Bring Me the Horizon, VeggieTales, all the classics.
Hey, if you're out there and you have something you want us to listen to,
yes,
shoot us a message. Voicemail on Anchor.
Yes. It's never happened before. You could be the first.
Play part of the song in the voicemail.
Yeah, that's legal.
On your own guitar or drum, whatever. Sing it.
Mm-hmm.
Email. Comment to us.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want us to listen to. We will legally attain it and listen to it.
Yeah. You know what we could do?
No, LimeWire doesn't work anymore. It's illegal to use that website. You can't even tell people.
We could get super fancy if people really want us to. If we decide, we can still do our YouTube show, but if we want to make our audio-only podcast Spotify exclusive, we can play whatever song we want.
Really?
It's just our Apple podcast listeners won't be able to hear it, our Google people. But if they just follow us on Spotify, we can play all sorts of music, and it's legit.
You're telling us that we could have audio-only music reactions on Spotify?
I don't know. That one I don't know.
Where we're listening where we listen to a song and then react to it?
I think so.
Videos?
But then, if that happened, then we wouldn't even be able to be on YouTube.
No. I'm talking about just the audible. Dude, that just audio. We could do Spotify audio only music.
I think so. I believe that is correct.
Reactions. So next time
think about that.
I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah, think about that.
He was mentioning something while I went off key with CDs. He downloaded SnowRunner. You thought I wasn't listening. I heard you.
Always listening.
That's a game that I love to play, and I think Austin's gonna hate this game, but also love this game. I don't think he'll love it, but I think I'm gonna enjoy watching him suffer in this game.
Oh my gosh!
It's the Dark Souls of driving games. It's a frustrating game, but it's rewarding when you get something right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, you're going to be like, I'm doing everything perfectly, and then all of a sudden it just falls apart. You spend 3 hours trying to deliver something in your truck, and you roll it and scatter the goods all across the ground, and then you have to spend another 3 hours recovering your materials. So good. It's a great game.
Wow.
My plan is we play multiplayer on it, and I'm going to record my end.
Okay.
And we'll drop those videos of us playing. I think it'll be fun. There's another friend of ours that will be possibly joining us.
Nice.
So, should be good. I saw he's actually on playing it right now.
Of course he is. Lucky.
So, I was playing it before we jumped on here. You know what we haven't done in an OB Sour?
What? Wait, you can't. You said OB Sour. You didn't say the other word.
We reviewed a movie this week.
Retro movie.
Retro movie.
I did say OB Sour.
OB Sour.
We reviewed
Stop
a movie
trying to cancel us. Yeah.
I won't cancel us. Somebody else will. I'm not going to do the legwork for it. Somebody's going to have to find
So
it.
if after watching that movie, if you and I aren't on the same wavelength of what the title of this episode should be, I'm going to be so frustrated.
You had me at Nipple.
Yes! 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 I was like, that has to be the title of this. It's like she hasn't cracked a smile since the shark took them both off with one bite.
That's what I meant to do. I gotta look up the cast of this. This movie had so
many. I saw Richard Branson pop up.
Arnold?
Oh my gosh! There were 3 or 4 people. Some of the main people were Harry Potter actors. I saw Professor Slugworth in there. I don't know the other people. My wife would kill me because I'm sure she would know. But yeah, there were multiple Harry Potter people in there. We saw the Wilson brothers. That was a fantastic cameo. Were they were the Wright brothers, Owen and Luke?
Was that? I forget their brothers, and I was trying to figure out who he was, and I always forget their brothers.
Yeah, Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson. Yeah. Who else was it? What I want to know, because they made a big reveal he was somebody, but the guy that he gave the Jade Buddha to, that had the mask that was a bad A, that he took his mask off and whipped everybody. Who was that? Because he has to be somebody, because they made him out to be this big reveal. But I feel bad because I don't know who that was.
I don't know. How random was Rob Schneider's character?
You know what is so funny? There was a character before, 30 or 45 minutes before, that I thought for a second was Rob Schneider, and then I was like, hey, and then oh wait, no, that's not him, never mind. And then he shows up just randomly at the end of the movie, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how crazy.
I think that was Sammo Hung.
What's he from?
I don't want to say.
Something.
I don't want to.
I love those. I'm gonna look up Sammo Hung. Is my internet browser gonna get canceled? All right, here we go.
I think that's who he was.
That is Sammo Hung, yes. But what is he? Oh, he's from It Man. Okay.
I never watched It Man 2. I only watched the first one.
But he was in It Man 1. He was
okay.
He was one of the. Oh, but there's something. Okay, so he is a somebody.
Mark Addy. Mark Addy was just a random character. Just John Cleese coming in at the end.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And
where
then that whole scene ended up turning Monty Python-ish.
Yeah, Kathy Bates as the queen.
Yeah.
Which Jim Broadbent, which was Lord Kevin, the main bad guy.
Yeah,
is hilarious. He plays
that was that's Slugworth from Harry Potter.
Yeah, okay, I get. Okay.
Or Slughorn, somebody.
Like, he plays an evil, like, proper gentleman so well.
Yeah.
And then Arnold Schwarzenegger, his character was hilarious.
Yeah. Prince Happy.
Yeah. When they first showed him, I'm like, I forgot he was in this. Like, where did this come from? Like, how much money did they spend in casting and cameos?
Right.
I don't know what else he's off of, and I'm not gonna look into it, but the Inspector Fix.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it. I recognize him, but I couldn't think of where I've seen him.
I've seen him in some stuff, and he was hilarious.
Yeah.
So, was this your first time watching this movie?
Yes. Yep. Never seen it before.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I thought it was really good. I'm surprised I've never seen it. It was very funny. It wasn't it was very Jackie Chan-ish. You could definitely tell it was a Jackie Chan movie.
But it wasn't over the top, Jackie. It wasn't like just him. Like there were bits and pieces of his style movie. But there was also, because I think Steve Coogan was awesome in this movie.
And where have I seen him before? What's he in? Something. He's in something. I can't recall.
He was in Night at the Museum. Oh, he was in Night at the Museum. What character was he? Oh, what character was he in Night at the Museum? I can picture him.
I liked how his name was like Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, he was the Roman soldier that Owen Wilson was fighting in Night at the Museum. You know, the miniatures?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
He was that. He was in I Am Patridge. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. Or Alan Patridge. I don't know what that is. He did a show called that for a while. He was in a Percy Jackson movie. I think he's just one of those British actors that just didn't do much American stuff.
Right.
Like, he just did a lot of like British things.
He's so British.
Just one of those actors that really doesn't do anything outside of their home country. Nothing wrong with that. It's just... All right.
It's okay. There's...
What?
Get it. Let's get into some Metacritic. What do you have to say?
I don't have anything to say except for 33 critics out of 100.
I think so many people, but at the same time, the cameos may have been too many for the critics to like. I'm going to say 56.
I thought you were going to get closer. 49.
All right.
72 users out of 10.
I think the users like this a little bit more. I'm going to say 7.2.
No, they didn't.
Oh,
they did like it. They did like it more than the critics, but not much more. 5.8.
Ah,
I just don't think this was a very well received movie.
Doesn't sound like it.
So, critics gave it 10 positive, 13 mixed, 10 negative.
Wow.
Users gave it 23 positive, 40 mixed, 9 negative. San Francisco Chronicle gave it 100. They loved it.
They would love it.
Korachi has given us a film that is not only amusing, but well acted, and not only well acted, but gorgeous. Micaiah Klein's animated transitions alone, which are used to signal each change in location, are wondrous and lovely to behold. That was actually pretty cool. I forgot it did.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, what am I watching right now? It didn't explain. I thought we were in a fantasy world, but then I realized it was just a transition, and I was like, okay. But it was cool.
New York Times gave it a 70. Despite its contemporary touches, Around the World in 80 Days is a satisfying slice of old-fashioned storybook entertainment. Your favorite Chronicle, the Austin Chronicle.
Yeah. Those people are seldom wrong.
Gave it a 67. Only a devotee of the original film or a hardcore sourpuss could find serious fault with this world romp.
That's true. I love the word sourpuss.
That sounds like an Austin type word.
It is.
Especially whenever it's hardcore sourpuss.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It could happen.
2 words I wouldn't use in a sentence together. I'm going to try to fit it into a sentence this week.
Okay. You just did.
No, outside of
this.
In the real world. The Charlotte Observer, see what they have to observe, gave it a 25. Represents everything that over-budgeted Hollywood can possibly get wrong in a period piece. It feels both long and slow. It's unfocused and self-contradictory. Its generic characters are played too broadly. It's anachronistic. They're making up words.
That's what they do.
I am a fan of this. I like this movie because I'm a fan of this era in time. That kind of scientific turning of this is that era in the world,
right?
When technology was starting to kind of pick up. There was if you ever research the history of the automobile, this is the time in this time that is right about when weird stuff was made. But
yeah, they were trying to progress.
They were trying to figure out how to not use horses and animals to move. And around this time, like a self-driving buggy or self-propelled buggy, like I think the land speed record at that time was like 15 mile an hour. And that was hauling.
Yeah, he broke the laws of physics by getting up to 50.
Yeah, 50 was a big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal at that time, because automobiles were going on 3-4 mile an hour. You could travel faster than horses, but people were trying to get the automobile working. There were some weird automobiles back then that didn't even make, like, there's barely even history. And there's only, like, drawings of some of the stuff that did get created. Like that weird car that he had that the constable destroyed.
Yeah.
There's actually...
You're only allowed to drive vehicles drawn by horses.
But, yeah. That era of science was... Because there was also a lot of non-vehicular inventions that were quite interesting that came out of that era as well. So. Okay, that was a weird noise. I could hear a semi going across rumble strips on the turnpike, like a mile and a half, 2 miles outside my window here. Like, what is that loud noise? He must have been riding that rumble strip for about a half a mile.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, big turnpike is just north of my house.
Okay.
One of the main line semi runs. One of the major turnpikes is just north of south of my house. So, hey, what does Common Sense Media have to say?
Oh man, you are gonna love what Common Sense Media has to say.
I will. After last week's rough episode, I would love to know what they have to say.
Well, last week we didn't have a Common Sense Media.
I know, so I'm missing. I've had to go like almost 2 weeks without one.
Technically, this makes back-to-back reviews by Nel Minnow for us, because I'm pretty sure he did Rocky. Memory serves. Pretty sure he did.
Nell, we decided to call Nell, because we don't know.
Yeah, Nell. Nell says this is a book-based Jackie Chan adventure that has cursing and innuendo.
Did they have much cursing?
He rates it for 10 and over.
I
2-star.
Ooh,
2-star. Did not like it.
Rough start. But I do agree with the 10+, actually.
Yeah, the parents, actually, 8 reviews gave it a 4-star for 8 and older. The kids were not as favorable. They said 10 reviews, 3-star for 9 and over.
Okay.
So, we're going to, between Nell, the kids, and the parents, we got a 3-star. For 9-year-olds. The kids are right in the middle.
Okay.
Alright, so what do you think Nell has to say about positive messages?
2.
Yes, he does. 2. The importance of friendship and teamwork, honesty, the pursuit of knowledge, and the understanding of the universe is a lifelong journey.
Nice.
Positive role models.
Another 2. Because there were 2 of them.
Yes.
Is that what she said? She's how many are there in the movie? 2. We'll give it a 2-star.
Yeah, 2. Passport 2 is a fully developed character instead of being a collection of bad and outdated Asian stereotypes. Women are shown to be just as brave and strong as men in a variety of martial arts fight scenes. So there you go. What do you think about violence and scariness?
Let's keep with the trend and give it another 2.
Nell says 3. Let me get into this one.
Does it just say Jackie Chan fight scenes?
Basically, martial arts violence, fighting with swords and spears, gunshots, pratfall violence, a corrupt police officer sent out to catch fog gets hit in the head and groin and injured in a variety of ways. Rope to groin, hot water to groin, knife throwing, one knife lands in the crotch of a painting of a man in the room.
Hilarious. Not violence, but hilarious.
Oh, so yeah, lots of groin stuff. What about sex, romance, and nudity?
One.
Do.
One.
Do. Huh?
I said 1.
1? Oh, okay. 1, yes. Fog mutters sexual innuendo in a Turkish palace, and later when a character falls and lands on the arm of a statue with his groin. More groin stuff. What about language? This would actually surprise me. I was not expecting. I heard some stuff that I wouldn't have expected on a Disney Plus movie.
Yes, I didn't hear hardly anything, unless there was just some like racial words that I didn't hear, but I didn't hear any, like, I guess there was some, so I guess I'll give it she probably gave it a 3. Nell, I gave it a 3.
Nell gave it a 2.
Oh, so I should have stuck with the, I forgot Nell loves the letter 2.
So, yeah. It just says, hell. Some instances of sexual innuendo. When visiting a Turkish king who is surrounded by women when playing musical instruments, Fogg makes reference to plucking notes, but that's in quotes. Like, is that an innuendo? Plucking notes? I don't know.
He makes a reference about the instrument he was playing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in quotes. Plucking notes. As a man has fallen on the arm of a statue and scoots along it with his crotch. Fogg says, I don't think he's doing it on purpose.
Okay.
I honestly don't even remember that. I mean, I remember the scene where Arnold was playing, but I don't remember the crotch scooting. Do you remember that?
No.
So yeah. Language, 2. And there were actually some more words than that. I'm surprised they didn't bring it up. But what about products and purchases?
Not present?
Yes. Not present, not clickable. Moving on. Drinking, drugs, and smoking.
Well, let's just stick with a 2, because I think that's probably what I think that's what they're going to give it. I know there was some wine drinking with old Prince Happy. They were drinking wine. They were drinking wine on the train. They were drinking a lot of wine drinking. And I want to say some of the old guys may have been smoking, maybe? I feel like there was some, but 2.
Yeah. Did you forget about the village? The grandma or his mom?
Drink! Drink! Drink!
Nell gave it a 2. Said characters drink shots of liquor and act drunk, and there's champagne drinking. But that one was funny. And then the dad just went off, like you couldn't understand what he was saying anyway. And then he just went through his speech so he could finish it and say drink, because she kept interrupting and they just kept taking shots. I want to know what they were drinking.
Sake.
I want to know. But sake's Japanese, and they were in a small village in China. Would they also be drinking sake?
There's possibility.
I don't know.
Do they do rice in China?
They do grow rice in China, so it could be sake. It could be. So what parents need to know? Nell says parents need to know that Around the World in 80 Days is a 2004 adaptation of the Jules Verne novel. There is a lot of slapstick, cartoon, and action-style violence, including many crotch injuries, but no one is seriously hurt. Characters use mild, bad language. There is some crude and vulgar humor, including bathroom jokes, drunkenness played for comedy, a weird cross-dressing joke, and a comic situation involving a man with many wives. One man who is imprisoned in a box for urinating in public is later shown after being freed on the verge of pulling his pants down and urinating in public once again. Rather than being a sidekick or a bad Asian stereotype, Jackie Chan portrays his character as someone just as vivid and intelligent as Phileas Fogg. And unlike so many martial arts movies, women are shown to be just as brave, strong, and skilled as men in the fight scenes. Yeah. Check out, see if there's any good stuff. An adult gave it a 3-star for 14 and older, said wrong ratings. There's quite a bit of kissing and flirting, which the common sense ratings do not mention. Absolutely disappointing, since I do not expose my kids to this. But unfortunately, they watch the kissing, and I'm not at all happy about that. thanks to common sense, woo, Nell got roasted. They said this title has too much violence, too much drinking, drugs, and smoking, too much sex, and too much swearing.
What movie they watching?
2 people were like, thank you for this, because they found it super helpful. They are not going to let their kids watch it. So, just be ready. Let your kids watch it once they can start driving. The next adult, the other side, they said 5 stars for 6 and older. They said unappreciated gem of a movie. I can't believe I've never heard of this film before. It's a fantastic remake of the original, suitable for almost all ages. And I was looking for a kid-friendly way to introduce my kids to Jackie Chan, and this far exceeded my expectations. The star-studded cameo appearances by Arnold, the Wilson brothers, and others kept things entertaining for adults. Whole cast was strong. Wish they made more films like this. I think the violence rating is too high in the professional review, and they said professional in quotes. Once again, Nell got roasted. All of the violence in this movie is slapstick, and no one gets killed. So, parents, you got some parents going, this movie is raunchy. Don't even let your 13-year-olds watch it. And the other one's like, let your 6-year-olds watch it. This is the best movie for them. It's fantastic. I love it.
So, next week.
Next week, what are we doing?
Do we want to... Now, we could do Romeo and Juliet.
Oh. Yeah, with Leo.
Leo and Leguizamo?
Yeah.
It's not on anything.
Oh.
So,
okay.
It's going to be... I was just thinking of a different movie that I wanted to do, but then I just drew a blank on it.
Okay.
God, what is the other movie that I was looking at, I saw the main girl that plays Juliet in Romeo and Juliet, Claire Danes.
I don't remember.
She was in Stardust.
I've never even heard of Stardust.
Probably one of my top 5 favorite movies.
Unless it's a wrestler. Stardust, the wrestler.
I thought we did Stardust a while back. I now remember the movie that I was thinking of. Let me see if it's anywhere before I even mention it.
Okay.
Oh, of course, it's on that stupid streaming thing. I hate Apple Plus. I hate Apple TV. I might own this movie too. I'll have to look at it. Have you ever watched a movie called Amazing Grace?
I don't think so.
With Eon Griffon, the guy that played Mr. Fantastic in the first 2 Fantastic Four movies.
Oh, okay. I know who that is now.
And a very little known actor, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah.
It's also got Rufus Sewell in it as well. It's a very good movie. It's it follows the story of William Wilberforce, if you know who that historical character is. He's actually a real dude. He was the driving force behind abolishing slavery in England.
Oh, okay.
In 1791.
Okay.
The song "Amazing Grace" is actually because one of the characters in the movie is I don't want to give too much away, but the original author of the song, it's kind of explained in the movie as well.
And what's the movie called?
Amazing Grace. From 2006. I think I own this one. I have to look at it. Very good movie. I want to say Cumberbatch was still up and coming in his acting career at the time he did this one.
Okay. Sounds like it.
Yeah, very good.
That old.
It's an 06 movie, so it's not that old.
Right.
But it's still up there. Let's do Romeo and Juliet this week.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'll have to find my copy of it.
Aren't you just fancy with your copies of movies?
I still own physical media because streaming is unreliable.
That's fair.
You tend to find a lot of stuff that's on these streaming services that only like 7 people in the world actually have. So, let's... You want to call it there?
Call it.
Alright. Let's get weird.
Boom, boom, boom.
Don't throw random stuff up that's gonna get us canceled.
Yeah, no. Never seen Stardust. I finally found it.
Stardust.
Never seen it. Well, I do remember us talking about it, though. I do remember that.
Hey, we might throw that one on later.
But that was one that was based on a book, right?
Yes.
Okay, I do remember that conversation, but we never watched it.
All right. Bye, Austin.
Bye.